Welcome back. It's March 10th, and I am in the middle of breaking down the script specifically for wardrobe. So I have majority of the locations, of all the props, the characters, the background actors, all of that I've already went through in the last few days, weeks to do that. And today I'm specifically focused on wardrobes. And so even one character in a film, usually in a movie, they don't wear the same thing all the way through unless it's Castaway. And then there's a couple, and even that, there's different stages of that, those couple of pieces of cloth that he was wearing in the film that go through it. So in the movie, there are 32 days. So we see parts of 32 days here. I just went and did a quick breakdown. Day 1 is scenes 1 through 2. Day 2 is scenes 3 through 20. Day 30 is scenes 149 through 157 and such all the way through. So now I'm going through specifically on our lead character, Daisy, and I'm going through and assigning, in scheduling, I'm making a note, this is Daisy's day 3 or day 2 outfit. And then also sometimes during the day people change, like you have what you wear to work, and then at night you're getting into something more casual that maybe you sleep in as well. And so there may be 2 or 3 different outfits that the character is wearing per day. And so just that alone, do the math. Daisy's in, our lead character is in about every scene. There's 32 days, so if this is right, Daisy's gonna have at least 32 outfits to wear. And maybe at some point the wardrobe, the costumer, which hopefully that's not me. My style is lacking in clothes and outfits, as you may already know that. But I'm going to let them go through. I'm breaking it down so I know as a producer specifically what outfits there are. And then hopefully we have the funds that we can bring in a wardrobe costumer that they can come in, and then they start to decide, what Daisy's actually wearing. And maybe we pick a point about halfway through that she has, 5 or 6, 7 outfits that she wears. And then we switch and she just starts wearing those same outfits again. But there's enough separation in the movie that we may not see all that, or maybe we start to match, just like we do in real life. I sure don't have enough clothes to wear 31, 32 days straight. And so there's some of that, but that will go on to make, to meet our budget. But right now I've got to know what, worst case scenario, she has 32 outfits that we have to figure out how we're going to get those. What does the actor that we hire for the role actually have? Can we use some of those? How can we maybe change an outfit simply by changing a shirt? She still, wears the pants and the shoes and a jacket and the same jewelry or whatever, but then it's just a shirt change. Those are things we kind of, when we get into the nitty gritty within the budget we're trying to work within, we start to make those changes. So lots of work. Literally, I'm on scene 3 just with Daisy. I'll go through the whole script just putting Daisy's stuff. There's an element manager in Movie Magic scheduling that I go through, and I just go through and create all the outfits that Daisy has. And then I'll have to go back and do that with all the other characters. Even if it's one scene, that person has to be wearing something, and so I've got to make note of that because that's something we have to have, whether we usually have the actors bring what they have, and then the wardrobe person or costumer will go and find what they have, and they'll pick what that person is wearing in that one scene from what they already have available, versus us having to go first have the money and then go and shop, get the sizes and the shoes and all those things, and go out and search for that and find it and bring it back for that one character. That's what I'm up today. It's probably going to take at least, I'm guessing, on 2 to 3 hours to do this. And then after that, my goal for the day is to go out and to find and lock in Daisy's house. House is where I did another breakdown with the scheduling stuff. You can pull off lots of data. I haven't even counted how many different sets we have, and just in Daisy's house location, each one of these could be a set. We have seven sets that would take place at Daisy's house, and that's the bathroom, the bedroom, the front room, the garden, the home, like exterior, the kitchen, and she has a small art studio. So ideally we literally find a house that would meet all of these needs. and then we can shoot all that, because a lot of that is just Daisy there. We don't have to worry about extras or other people, except for I think Jessica and Evan come and visit, and then Diami comes, and a few people pick Daisy up, and so they would be on the exterior home shots. But we could be contained. We don't have to move locations. We just stay at that one location and shoot out. This is there's probably about 45 to 50 scenes that take place in the film, so almost a quarter of the movie happens at her house. But even if I have to split this in 2 locations, maybe 3, it would be okay. But ideally, my goal today is to find that one location that we could work for all of this. If not, then we have the exterior stuff or the garden and everything else at the house that we find. So that's my goal for the day, what I'm trying to push through to make happen. I still have to get through and go through all the casting stuff. I've just barely touched upon any of that, from the auditions that we had on this past Saturday and all the online submissions that I still need to get through and do all of that. It just takes a lot of time and really prioritizing. So this is the day in the life of a filmmaker. This is, March 10th, whatever day this is that we've been doing this. It's like 2 months now or so, and you see it's still so much work. So you got to love what you do, or really be passionate about it, or have no other thing that you're good at that you want to do. And maybe my mix is a mix of all 3 of those. Hopefully there's more passion. This is what I want to do than my only hopeful skill. So that's where I am. Thanks for following the journey. We literally just walked out of this house behind me here, and I think it's a perfect location if we can work out the details of shooting Daisy's home. We're possibly looking back here at Daisy's home. Everything we need, the front yard, the big window, a drive-in that you pull in, you can see it out the window, kitchen, living space, the bathrooms, the bedroom. The backyard is incredible. Just a beautiful, beautiful home that's period perfect. It's almost exactly the same way. There's not a whole lot more to do with production design with it. This is literally like an answer to our prayers if we can work out the agreements with them. The homeowner's very nice. They brought us right in, took us around, showed us their entire house, both musicians, artists. Very, very amazing. I'm still really in awe that this just happened. Spencer and I started about 2 hours ago to drive around the neighborhoods, and we saw this and I like that one. I put a little asterisk by it, and I made a list of probably about 8 to 10 homes and then in the last 3 or 4 streets, and then stop here. We're going to make one stop, and then we're going to head home, and kind of feeling location scouting is so hard, because you find something that looks good on the outside, but then when you go on the inside, there's stuff that doesn't match, and so you have to start piecing stuff together with 3 or 4 different locations, which is fine, but then it's just more time. I have to move the gear. So I'm pretty amazed if this works out. It seems to literally be the perfect home to have. There's some stuff in the backyard too that almost in a script I need to go and rewrite a few scenes, or put scenes instead of here to put them in the different places. There's a beautiful swing in the front that we can move some of the stuff that happens in the house, move it out here in the swing that the family, mom and daughter are swinging there. There's stuff in the backyard that we can have. I'm in awe of this location. So we may have just found 20 to 25% of our filming locations here with one stop. Amazing people that live here. Even if it doesn't work out, very, very nice couple. So here we go. Hopefully we have some of those clouds there when we're shooting. Well, it's almost 11 p.m. I just finished going through putting the wardrobe in for the breakdown of the script. And so we have all speaking actors now have wardrobe smothered throughout the breakdown, so we know what actor's wearing which outfit when, as we shoot out of order. It'll make it a lot easier because we know it's outfit for day 25 today and such. So That took a lot of work, but the breakdown basically is done. Tomorrow I'll go through the script and the breakdown very carefully, scene by scene, very thoroughly, and just make sure everything is there, that I didn't miss something or put something in the wrong place, or put an outfit that was for day 22 and in actual the scene that's in day 23, and just one last pass on that. And then after that, that breakdown is done. Then I can finally take that and start dumping it into the budget, so I can go through and hammer out a realistic budget, and see if the money we have so far is going to be able to make it happen or not, and then figure out how to get some more, or tweak it down to get it to where we need to be. So today's been a good day. Found probably the perfect location for the house, and so that's really exciting to have those. It's still not a done deal. I've got to talk some more with the owners and just finalize stuff, and then once the dates are here of when we're shooting, to get all that in order. Yeah, that's the big thing tomorrow, is just the breakdown, and I'm going to go and try to lock up some more locations. I have some swimming, 2 different swimming pools we need. I'll probably focus a little bit on that, and we have a doctor's office, we have a hospital room that might be kind of hard to find, so probably jump and focus on those tomorrow. And I may pick up a little bit on starting to look for the vehicles. The senior center van, we actually have like 19 scenes that take place in it, and so that's another big obstacle or big variable that we need to go and find. It's older, it's still a little rusted, but still can drive around and pick up people and deliver them safely. So good day. I'm gonna go get some sleep, and then jump back up in the morning and go after it again. So thanks for following the journey, and hope you continue to follow the journey.